Okay, this tutorial is about how to make the end support using synchronous technology. Come over here to the application, Solid Edge ST5. Just go ahead and open it up. It's important to understand that synchronous technology is not the same as ordered technology. Synchronous, the difference between the two at the most superficial level is that it's easier to draw. Okay, so go ahead, sorry, hold that thought. Go ahead and open up the, let's go here, new, come down here to ISO part, and then we'll go ahead and start drawing. So real fast, the difference between synchronous and ordered at our level right here is that synchronous, you're allowed to draw things on planes real quickly, as with ordered it's a little bit more difficult, and it's not as you basically go into like a separate window, if you will. So anyways, this is synchronous, ordered is different. Just that's the important thing to know right now. Okay, so right now I'm going to make the base, the end support. So I'm going to start off by convention using the YX axis here. And I'm going to go real fast with this, so not much communication. So okay, so it's 54 tab by 82 tab at a 0 angle. Alright, so that placed it in sort of a stupid area. That's not where I wanted to go with it. So locking on. So I'm going to do 82 width and then 54 height, and then so I'm just hitting tab, and then so I want to remove these right here. And so you can draw this any way you want, really. It doesn't really matter, but by convention I always want this on the YX axis, and I also kind of tend to want to draw things that are similar to the parts that or to the entire assembly. It's not a huge deal, but it just kind of helps you. So come over here to extrude, enter, up by 10, type in 10, enter. Now we want to come around and we want to draw now on this side. So Control I, let's figure out, it's left, Control I, right side, Control I, so it's going to be Control K. So Control K gets us to that front side, or I'm sorry, the back side. Control F, the front side is this, Control I, Control K. Now we're going to draw on this plane here. So this is really important, and this is the difference between synchronous and ordered. Just by hovering over this plane and hitting F3, you see that locked thing right there? That means like I'm drawing on this plane here, not any other plane. So say I try to draw something right here. Okay. So see how that it's not where I thought it was going to be. It's only on this plane here. So let's get rid of that. Control K to draw on the back side so everything makes sense. And then we need to come up 16, tab 90. Okay, this is super important. Don't ever trust your gut on anything. Just make sure that you're, just always hit tab and enter, just like you would for AutoCAD. So this is, I'm going to find the midpoint here. Okay, just by that midpoint indicator. Come over here, it's a midpoint. 70 up, tab 90, enter, Control K, and we're just going to put this on the outside, which is 36. Now, to make that really interesting thing that we had before, we need to come tangent to this. So since it's half, it's 18. Okay, so I placed it there. So these lines are just to, so this is going to be, I'm sorry, Shift Tab will get you back to the length, 36 over 0. These lines are just that I put here, these lines, their only purpose is to serve as a guideline, because I know that this is tangent, because we're going to need to put in this arc right here, so I need to know that this that the point I'm putting it here is exactly tangent, and it automatically does this, but this is just a little bit more of a robust way because a lot of people mess this up, so I just want to do it this way. Okay, so diameter 200, enter. Now we can put it this way or this way. We want this way, click here. So same thing, let's see what we got. Control K, see how we place that circle. Let's zoom in here. And I'm going to change the background so it's easier for everybody to see what I'm doing. Oh, never mind, it's messing me up. We'll go gradient. Okay. Here we go, so same strategy. This is center by 3 points, by the way. That's how we're doing this. And then we're entering now the diameter, which is 200. And then now I need to set this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. It's the correct way. Hit click. And now we come over here to our trim function, and we're going to trim everything here. And you see how it trimmed the only the parts where it was actually connecting to, which is good. If yours doesn't do that, then that's a problem. Now we don't need to do this, but I'm just going to eliminate any confusion. I'm going to get rid of everything I don't need. Okay. So there we go. And now all that's left to do is to extrude this right here. So just click on it, click on this arrow, come forward with it by 16, and then there you have it right there. Okay, and so now we need to drill through the holes. So I'm going to come Control K, and then I'm going to offset this a little bit because now we need to attach to this surface right here. So I'm going to hover over top, hit F3 to lock onto it. If you do not hit F3, you're wrong. Okay, Control K. This is a trick that you can do right here. Is this will automatically find the center point. That target right there is center. Okay, click it. And so we don't want to go 36, right? We want to go diameter of 16. Okay, I'm going to hover over this, click it, and then I'm going to just bring it through. There we go. Control K. Now we need to cut a portion of this stuff out, so I'm just going to come up here to the center of this circle right here. That's all we need, just the top. That indicator tells us that we're at the edge of that circle. Okay, and so width doesn't really matter. We just can't go down here. So, or I'm sorry, width obviously does matter. That's all we care about. But height does not matter. So I'm going to arbitrarily hit 30 and then hit the angle of 0, and that'll go ahead and place that there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hover over this region that I want cut out, click it, go to the side here, have the X-ray vision, click this thing, pull it through. Okay, that sketch is still active, but you can see that we removed that part. Okay, now I want to come back here, and now we want to add the little circle. So come over here to the right or left side, doesn't matter. Let's try Control L for the left side, and I'm going to hit the circle, and I want to make sure I'm getting the right plane, so I always come off just a little bit, hover over top, hit F3. That means I'm locking on, and I'm going to draw on this side. sorry, so Control R, because we're on the right side. I did not say that correctly, and so I need to switch because this is going to be our well, we don't know. So what it says is this: we need to place this 12 millimeters above the center. So that means the center of this of of uh, of the hole here, of this hole. So what we'll do is Control R. I'm sorry, yeah, Control R. That's correct. And just for I'm just going to attach this thing and go up. It doesn't really matter. We're just setting height here. So the center of that is going to be located at 70 millimeters, angle 0, enter. That's where the height is, okay? And we need to come to the very center of this thing here. So the center of it is going to be, since it's 16, will be 8 out, angle of 180, enter, okay? And so we need to set it to be 12 millimeters above that center point. So 12, angle 90, enter. Now we come over here to our little circle thing, very end, attach to that, and its diameter is 4. Enter. Now we can zoom in and click this, and you'll see that, oh my gosh, it's not even on any of the, it's not on anything. That's okay. We just click that little arrow, and you'll see here that we're adding material to this thing. We don't want to add any material. We want to take material away. We want to drill a hole. So you'll come here to the extrude, hit remove, and now you see that we can go ahead and cut through this thing. So I'll just cut through it right now. And now we have that circle there, or that hole, I'm sorry. Now let's come back, Control K, because now we need to add another circle. We need to add 4 millimeters to this side. So F3, Control K, and again, same sort of thing. We're going to come down here. We have the center. Put it out. Click it, and then hover over top of that arrow, pull that out, 4. Control I, Control F. And we want to, so we're on the front side here, so I'm going to just skew this just a little bit, hover over top, F3, Control F. Yeah. And we want to make another circle, so center point, click, bring out to the edge because we know that that's solid, 36, enter. Okay, so same thing like we did on the back side, hover over top of the region we want to extrude, click, pull over so we can see this, come out, 4 millimeters. Wonderful. So we added 4 millimeters on either side of that, and that is good. Now we want to do the rib cutout. So to do that, what we're going to do is Control R to get us back into that plane. Now there are many different ways to do this. This is going to be, I think, the way that hopefully makes most sense. So Control F. So we want to just draw off this plane. So we want to come here, enter, click on the corner of that. We want to come up. It's going to be 40. So type 40, angle 0. It's going to be 40 high, and then it's going to be 20 deep. So we can come back down here, and then 20 deep just means it's 20 from that little edge thing there. So hopefully that, oh, sorry, something happened. 40, it's negative 180. What have I done? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 20 deep, not 40. My mistake. So 20, 180. And then we're going to come back up here and connect that dot right there. And I'm going to come back and verify that it's actually 40, and it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude this. Enter. Now I'm going to come over here with it. Now what you'll see that I'm doing here is I'm actually going to I'm going to put this to the very edge, and then I'm going to draw a separate triangle, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to delete the other part. So Control F here. So that very edge. Do some quick math. So it's going to be 8 from the very center. So this is going to be the 42. So let's just put it. I'm sorry. So 41 would be the very center. So let's just type in 41. Place it there. So now we need to add. I'm sorry. 8 on each side. So we need to hit extrude here. And so 8, because it's 16 wide. Now you'll notice here that we can't go back and just delete this thing. So I'm going to go to Control R, and I'm going to redraw that same triangle that I had before. Now this is not what you would normally do for CAD, but I think it's the most robust way of explaining things to people. And so negative 180, enter. Hit this. Hit this. We have to wait, right click, and we're going to highlight this region. Enter. Enter. Okay, we need to come back to the front here to see how much we want to put away. And so 41, let's just type in 41, put it back to center, and then we can, if you remember, we can just add, sorry. So when you get those errors, that's just live rules saying, whoa, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, so we just add 8. Cool. So now we have that. So the only thing we need to put in would be the holes. And then to do that, we'll come up here to the circle, come over here, hit F3, Control T to get you to the top. And I'm sorry, instead of putting in, we don't want to put the holes just yet. We actually want to mark them out. So to do that, we'll go back to our align function, hit this. They are 20 up, tab 0, enter. We'll run that all the way across there, so 82, tab negative 90. Come down here, this, and then they're 54 away from each other. So just real quickly. So if the overall is 42 minus 54 equals 28, divide this by 2 equals 14. So that will be the distance that they are, in this plane here, or away from that edge. I'm sorry. So 14. Need to make sure that we're typing in. So 14 tab. Let's see where this 90. And we're going to come all the way up with this thing here. So let's just do an arbitrary thing of 30 tab 0 enter. Okay. So that's where we're going to place our hole, where these two things intersect. So come down here, offset it by 14 tab negative 90, and then come up to where we intersect. So I don't know, just 30 is fine. Okay, that sign right there means that you've intersected between those two lines, so it's perfect. So enter, and then we'll do the little first, we'll do the little hole first, and then the big hole second. So it says that that's 10, diameter 10, so enter. Okay, and this is just a through hole, so we need to hold down Control, click these little regions here. Click that, bring that all the way through. Control T. Now we'll do the other part right here. Okay. And then that says that we're okay, we're on the center. So good, 10, and then bring it out 16, enter. Again, same thing. Just hold down Control. And then this is going to be 3 down. So 3 down, so I do Control R. So this is just going to be 3 down here, so just type 3. But it's important that your mouse orientation is incredibly important. It has to be in the right location. It can't be above or below that surface. Or I mean, it has to be below the surface in order for it to hit correctly. So same operation. Hit this intersection point, 10, enter, hold down this, Control, all the way through. Control T. Enter. This. Okay. Control R. Down 3. Enter. Oops, sorry. Now the very last part is we're going to first, I'm going to remove these sketches by just clicking over here, and I don't care about the dimensions. Okay, now I want to add all the rounds, so just come over here to rounds, and you want to do this in one fatal swoop here. You don't want to do it all at one point. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't want to place all the rounds individually. And just inspect this. Oh, we've got rounds right here and right here. These rounds are all 2 millimeters, so enter. Just rotate, so hold down the scroll wheel and just rotate and see whether or not it's correct. Looks okay. Control T.